Hi besties, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I will be discussing with you guys a bomb ass SP manifestation success story from my own client. So without further ado, let's get started. So we are going to be starting from what the situation was with my client. We are going to call my client A, and then how things were with her SP and what it is. Okay, I'm not going to reveal any identity because of course privacy is my privacy and confidentiality is of utmost importance when you take session from me. So yeah, so basically a works at a corporate company. I'm not going to reveal the name of the company, and her specific person also works in the same company. Okay, so they both work in a same team. So in that team there are 5 members. Okay, and these two are also a part of that team. So basically A had joined that company newly. Okay, so she was not a fresher, but she had joined that company newly. So there in her team itself, she meets a guy who is a specific person, of course referring in the story. And from day one, they have beautiful chemistry in terms of friendship and other areas. And they used to share a lot of things and they became very close. Now this specific person was working in that company since 1 or 1.5 years. So he was her senior, of course. And things are going well between these two. And both of them could feel that there is something more than, the friendship. There's something more than that, and others were also teasing both of them, like other colleagues in that office. They used to tease both of them that is something going on between both of you, etc., etc. And they used to smile, deny, but deep down they knew that something was there. And slowly she noticed that he had started flirting with her. Okay, and she was also enjoying. It was a healthy flirting, nothing bad, as what she had told me. So things were going quite well, and sometimes she told me she used to think that chalo, can I consider him as my boyfriend? But then she also had this thing in her mind ki I don't know what he is exactly thinking about us right now. So she didn't want to move to that phase so early. So things were going fine, and it had also started that they had progressed a lot. He after office hours, they both used to end up texting each other. Some days they used to stay up on call for 10-20 minutes, not much, but it's there but not completely there. That kind of a bond they had. Then one fine day he asked her out. He was like, I'm asking you out on a date, aise karke. And she was actually happy. They both went out on a date. It was a beautiful day. And from that date she started thinking ki, should we just be in a relationship? And she was kind of she was there 90%, but she was like, I want him to confess that. But he did not confess, but his gestures and everything spoke that he also wanted that. So that's when she decided that she wants to manifest him. So, 1 minute, yeah. So she started manifesting him. She started doing her affirmations, she started doing visualization and all of that. And cut to 2 weeks later, there joins somebody else in their team. Because one person had resigned due to some issues. So they hire a new person, and that girl, she also gets appointed in their team. And very surprisingly, this guy, the specific person, and this new girl who joins in the team, they both get extremely close. And she starts, it was so close that she starts getting uncomfortable because of course my client, A and the specific person had something going on. But it was not it was an untold thing, but definitely there was something. And she was so shocked that why this SP is behaving in this way with another girl. And it was so obvious that others also started noticing, and everybody would just ask her ki, are things fine between you and him? Because don't you feel that there's something off between him and that other girl? There's something going on. And she used to just deny. She was like, no, I don't know anything, I don't see, in this way. But she was getting hurt a lot. And things started becoming so worse that this SP started ignoring her. They were a team of 5. And during lunchtime also, he would not ask her. Earlier they used to have lunch together, go to enjoy breaks together. But now he was just stuck with this girl and kind of ignoring her. Of course, they used to have official conversation. Whenever she used to reach out to him for any official related thing, he was there, but not like how they were before. Now she was actually getting hurt because this guy, the specific person, started dropping the other girl home. She told me that we never went home together because I also had my 4-wheeler, he also had his 4-wheeler. But this girl, he had started dropping her home, and that's when she knew that, I don't know, it is serious. And then there was this girl, there was my client, who booked the manifestation coaching from me. And of course, whenever you guys email me or message me on Instagram, you guys, after knowing the price, you guys are like, Di, can I get a session today? But I'm so sorry, you guys, because sessions are usually pre-booked, and I start my sessions, like my therapy sessions, from morning 10 o'clock and to 7:30 or 8 o'clock, and after that I start my manifestation coaching. So if you're lucky, you can get a slot in between or post that. So you need to be real quick. At least pre-booking you guys should do. So I was like, I'm so sorry, I cannot do today. And then the next, and she was like, can I get for tomorrow? I was like, tomorrow also all the sessions are booked. But she was like, Di, please, I need it today, I'm losing myself. And I was like, see, usually 11 o'clock is the time where I switch off everything, but since you are requesting, let me just take the call. So that day, 11 to 12, we had the session, we had the coaching session. It was a beautiful session. We worked, we identified where her block was and what was actually preventing her from getting, why the 3D was reacting in that way. Because she was like, I was always positive, I don't know what had happened, but there were a lot of things. So we worked on the subconscious reprogramming. We first identified what was going on in unconscious and subconscious mind, because if you guys don't know, I'm a manifestation coach, but number one, I'm also a psychologist. So everything happens very scientifically here. I actually go deep inside your brain and actually identify where the pattern is, where the block is, and then we slowly, using psychological tricks, we start breaking those and building a new reality. So we worked, and within, I think, 2 months, of course, she was reacting to the 3D, but then I remember that entire week she was so anxious. She pre-booked the session every single day. She took the session from me, and she's like, usually I avoid that, but she was like, I need it. Even if I had to talk to you, I just need it. So it was like a therapy and a manifestation session combined. And she started feeling regulated. I made her feel regulated, because that is the number one thing when you're manifesting. And then slowly things change. And now comes the spark in the success story. This guy, after 3 months, he suddenly calls her. And that time my client A was working from home. She had some family emergency, so she was at home and he was in office. He calls her and he's like, A, I need this help. And she was so she was freaked out. She was like, this is so simple, why would he's my senior, why would he need this kind of help from me? But yeah, she didn't refuse, because everything was very official, and she helped. And then we had the session. She was like, Di, I think this is movement, yay, movement. And then I was like, okay, be happy. And then every single day after that, the small things, the specific person used to reach out to her, and she used to get very excited seeing these movements. But there was I who told her, see, don't get excited with the movement. Of course, take it positively, but do not be satisfied with the movement, because once you stop seeing the movements, you'll feel like nothing is happening. So let's live in the end. And then one fine day, he just told her that I am so sorry. There were a lot of things happening at home with my family, and a lot of things happened, and I am extremely sorry. I just don't think so. I see you as a friend anymore, and I think I have romantic interests for you, and I want to give us a chance. I want to see how we work out. I want to be in a relationship with you. And that's when he proposes to her. She was very excited. She told me, and then of course that is what she wanted, so she accepted it. And yeah, now they are very happy, and because of her self-concept and because of how we work in the session, today she's doing extremely well with a specific person. So yeah, that was the end to the success story. Of course, a lot of things happened in between during the sessions, which I can't reveal due to confidentiality issues. But yeah, my 1:1 coaching details are mentioned in the pinned comments and in the description box below, so make sure you check them out. If you're interested, subscribe down below, and share this video with your friends, so that they can also join this beautiful community, and we can create the world of our reality. Sorry, we can create the reality of our dreams, because it's literally 1 a.m. and I need to sleep. So yeah, guys, see you guys in another video. Bye, and subscribe down below. Bye. Oh, any doubts, any queries, please make sure to drop it in the comments down below. Bye.